I don't need there to be a pathway shown for me. I'll find the path and make it. I'm pretty relentless. So if there's something that I want to pursue, I'll just keep going and we'll get there. And I don't mind taking a loss, whether it's in a business sense or in an arm wrestling sense. It doesn't bother me at all. Let's rack up the losses as quick as I can, I reckon, and I improve a lot from that. So for me, yeah, that was very close to a home run in my first attempt at becoming a professional arm wrestler. How I discovered it as a professional thing was when I owned a retail supplement store after I got out of the army in 2011, and it was my wholesale resupplier challenged me to an arm wrestle one day. Just said, "You want to have an arm wrestle?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Beat me, and I was like, "What the hell? This dude just beat me in an arm wrestle. It doesn't happen out of the blue like that for me." And he was a former national champion kickboxer. So he just had combat in his blood, and he had hands and wrists on him that were really conditioned, and he beat me. And I said to him when he left, I said, "When you come back next month, I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm never going to lose to you again." Is what I said. He just laughed as he left, and I immediately, like 3 seconds after he left the room, I was on the internet researching arm wrestling technique.
Down the rabbit hole.
Nice.
Arm wrestling, and that there was an Australian Arm Wrestling Federation at the time, and I'm like, hang on, they do national championships and stuff. Oh my goodness, I'm in.
Yeah.
So that was it. I straight away saw that Arm Wars was, and I perceived Arm Wars to be the place to go to become a professional arm wrestler. And so I reached out and messaged and got in contact with Neil Pickup and said, "Hey, this is me. This is what I want to do. I want to make this a career. How do I get on Arm Wars?" And Neil, having never spoken to me ever, said, "Oh, look, I need to know that you're a decent arm wrestler. I need to know that you bring character. I need to know that you bring excitement to the table. Send me your highlights reel and I'll consider it." And so the next 6 months, I traveled around Australia hunting people to put in a damn highlights reel.
That's awesome. Nice.
I got a pretty sick highlight reel at the time. And there was one guy one Australian had already been on Arm Wars at that stage, a gentleman named Rick Kamana from WA. And I was like, well, hell, if Rick can make it to Arm Wars, I'm hunting Rick. I'm going to go show Neil Pickup that I can crush Rick Kamana, and then I'll get my ticket. And so I did that. I flew over to WA, and Rick Kamana, I think, knew I was hunting him. He I think he thought
he hid.
Measure. And I went over there weighing like 83, 84 kilos. And I was just going to go in whatever weight category Rick was in. He was about 90 kilos. And we're signing up at the registration point, and I sign up for 95. And Rick says to me, just as he's about to sign up, he's like, "Oh, I think I'm going to go and pull the heavies because I just want to make sure I've got a challenge today." And I'm just like, I look at him, and he signs up to the heavies. I'm like, "All right, screw it. I cancel my 95. I'm in the heavies now." And lo and behold, first round, Ryan Bowen, Rick Kamana. I'm like,
"Oh, there we go."
It was perfect. Back his wrist back. Absolutely crushed him, and the celebration was pretty intense, and we got it all for the highlights reel. So
fantastic. So for those the uninitiated, Arm Wars, tell us more about Arm Wars. What was Arm Wars then, and what's been the progression since?
Arm Wars then was absolutely the best platform for the sport in terms of reaching a global audience. They were at the time broadcast on Eurosports, which was a part of a pay television network, and it was annual viewership was in the tens of millions, hundreds of millions for annual viewership. Yeah, and they really, really were impressive. And Neil Pickup, what he did for athletes, he gave them the opportunity, the spotlight. The cameras were professional standard, the audio was professional standard. Neil commentated the matches himself, so as you guys know, he's the best commentator in the sport by a long way. Where the athletes got the opportunity to make a career of it was he allowed the athletes to on-sell the space on their uniform and in their cornerman to a third-party sponsor. And Neil, there hadn't been a lot of people that had been able to do that very well. Jeff Hale had done that somewhat successfully, probably the most successfully out of everyone. But I had my Arm Wars match, and it was red line amazing. This match is awesome. And Neil said to me at the end of that match, he said, "Ryan, that was brilliant. You can be on any Arm Wars card you want." And I was like, okay. So I went back to Australia. I looked up sports management agencies of NRL athletes and things like that. And I put the sales pitch to them. I said, here, I've just been told that I can be on up to 6 Arm Wars events per year. It's on Eurosports. Here's the viewership. I want to sell. I want you guys to manage that and get me a sponsor to make this a career. And it got so close. I had a deal with an agency, and they were signing me up for 15 grand Australian per event to have that.
That's serious.
I don't know what percentage that was for me and for them, but it was 15 grand coming to me, and I'm just like, oh my.
Okay.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a year that would have been phenomenal. And what happened is Arm Wars lost its contract with Eurosports before we got that lined up. And it was because of the emergence of WAL and everything like that was on the cards as coming. So Neil shelved that, jumped off Eurosports, and went from there. But that was the beginning of it for me. So
you'd had a taste by that stage, and you thought, there's a chance I can go pro, I can make a living out of this.
Well, yeah, for me, I'm someone who really doesn't. I don't need there to be a pathway shown for me. I'll find the path and make it. I'm pretty relentless. If there's something that I want to pursue, I'll just keep going and we'll get there. And I don't mind taking a loss, whether it's in a business sense or in an arm wrestling sense. It doesn't bother me at all. Let's rack up the losses as quick as I can, I reckon, and I improve a lot from that. So for me, yeah, that was very close to a home run in my first attempt at becoming a professional arm wrestler.